10 turnovers in your professional debut. That's the nightmare Caitlin Clark lived through. The same woman who made defenders look like traffic cones from 30 feet out, who shattered every college basketball record imaginable, who had the entire sports world watching. She got completely dismantled. Connecticut didn't just beat her, they embarrassed her. 92-71. They forced 10 turnovers, locked her down 35 feet from the basket, and sent a message that college dominance means nothing here. Diana Taurasi warned everyone. During March Madness, she said reality was coming for these rookies, and the internet called her a hater. She wasn't hating, she was telling the truth. In Clark's final 2 years at Iowa, her teams lost 5 games by double digits total. Her first week as a professional, 3 straight losses by a combined 68 points. This is the gap nobody prepares you for. College greatness doesn't guarantee professional survival. Every year, the same pattern repeats. Talented rookies enter the WNBA thinking their skills will carry over. Some figure it out and become legends. Others never recover from the shock. These 7 mistakes destroy more careers than anyone wants to admit, and veterans wish someone had pulled them aside before they learned the hard way. The physicality will overwhelm you. That's not a warning, it's a guarantee. Caitlin Clark admitted she was easily pushed off screens after her debut. The game felt too fast, the contact too intense. This is someone who dominated the NCAA for 4 straight years, and she felt lost. Kaisri Gondrezic, drafted 4th overall in 2021, said it perfectly. Everyone's a threat. There's not a weak link on the floor. In college, teams give you space. They let you operate. Professional teams, they're in your face 40 feet from the basket, making every possession a war. Alicia Gray, the 2017 Rookie of the Year, said the adjustment hit her differently. The fouls that you know you're getting in college, you have to play through in the pros. I gotta get stronger because these are literally grown women. The age gap is real. The strength difference is massive. Clark figured this out fast and spent her entire offseason in the weight room, building a low center of gravity and adding muscle. Her coach confirmed she knew immediately that her college body wouldn't survive professional contact. If you're not ready to get stronger, you'll get exposed within days. But the physicality isn't even the hardest part. The financial reality breaks more dreams than anything on the court. Diana Taurasi's reaction to her rookie salary in 2004 tells you everything you need to know. $42,000. That's what the most prestigious program in college basketball prepared her for. The janitors are going to make more than me, she said. She wasn't exaggerating. The guy who sets up the court was pulling in a better salary than one of the greatest players in basketball history. 20 years later, Caitlin Clark signed for $76,535 as the #1 overall pick. The biggest draw in women's basketball history, the player who brought millions of new fans to the sport, got paid less than most mid-level corporate jobs. Meanwhile, the top NBA rookie that same year made $12.6 million. Candace Parker didn't sugarcoat the reality. The WNBA was a summer job. That was supplementary income. She meant it. For years, she left her family behind to play overseas, making the real money in foreign leagues while the WNBA covered her bills. The overseas trap became the only option for financial survival. Players could triple or quadruple their WNBA salary by spending the offseason in Russia, Turkey, or China. Diana Taurasi once made 14 times her WNBA salary playing in Russia. One team paid her to skip the entire 2015 WNBA season just to stay overseas. But that choice came with consequences nobody talks about. Brittany Griner spent 294 days detained in Russia after customs found hashish oil in her luggage. She wasn't there for vacation. She was there because the WNBA salary alone wasn't enough to survive. Now the league wants to eliminate team-provided housing, a protection that's existed since 1999. Rookies making $76,000 would have to cover New York or Bay Area rent on their own. The math doesn't work. Financial preparedness isn't optional. It's survival. Players who don't plan for it end up broke or trapped in dangerous situations overseas just to make ends meet. Then the speed of the game hits you. Not just the physicality, but the actual pace. Everything happens faster than your brain can process at first. Clark's words after her debut haunt every rookie who's been through it. The game seems a little fast for me right now. Bill Laimbeer, the Aces head coach known for never trusting rookies early, said it plainly during media day. They don't know what they're doing. They're scared. They're young. They're overwhelmed. The ball movement in the WNBA operates on a different level. Every single player from the starter to the 12th person on the bench can play at an elite level. There's no coasting, no easy possessions, no weak spots to attack. The turnaround from college makes it worse. The NCAA tournament ends in April. The WNBA season starts in May. You get maybe 3 weeks to adjust to professional basketball while learning entirely new systems, terminology, and defensive schemes you've never seen. Kiana Williams played her first WNBA game while her Stanford classmates walked across the stage at graduation. She scored her first professional points that night. Then she got waived. No celebration, no adjustment period, just gone. The learning curve is brutal, and if you can't absorb information at lightning speed, you won't make it. The mental and emotional destruction is where most rookies break. Caitlin Clark's first week showed exactly how brutal it gets. The Fever started 1-8. Every team had her circled as their top priority on the scouting report before she'd proven anything. She got superstar defensive attention without the experience to handle it. The schedule crushed them. Indiana played 11 games in 20 days, the most compressed stretch for any team since 2007, while trying to rebuild with a young roster. Clark was face-guarded constantly, pressured before she crossed half court, criticized for every mistake. Social media amplified everything into a nightmare. For black players like Angel Reese, it got even worse with racist harassment flooding their mentions after every game. Reese's advice reflected that struggle. It's okay to mess up. If you mess up, just get back up. But that's easier said than done when the entire world is watching your failures in real time. Cameron Brink was dominating defensively, looking like a future Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Then a torn ACL ended her season in June. Just like that, the dream was over. Add in the isolation factor, playing overseas for 12 straight months away from family, and the burnout becomes inevitable. Rookies without strong support systems crumble under pressure this intense. Here's what destroys the most talented players: expecting your college game to translate directly. Caitlin Clark's usage rate at Iowa was 40.7%. In the WNBA, it dropped to 26.2%. She was still elite, but professional defenses don't let you dominate possessions the same way. Professional players and coaches are a lot smarter, Clark admitted. If you watch how people guarded me in college, it's almost concerning. They didn't double me, didn't trap me, weren't physical. Defensive specialists struggled to score. Alyssa Thomas didn't average more than 11 points until her third season. Jonquel Jones averaged 6.8 points as a rookie. Offensive stars struggle with efficiency. Arike Ogunbowale scored 19.1 points per game, but shot only 39%. Jewel Lloyd shot 21% from three-point range her first year. Point guards have it hardest because running a professional offense requires reading defenses at a complexity level college never prepares you for. The adjustment takes years, not months. You have to figure out which parts of your game are truly elite and which parts need complete reconstruction. The rookies who succeed accept that college greatness is just the foundation, not the finished product. Not having a mentor will end your career faster than any skill deficiency. Kiana Williams is the perfect example. She played while her classmates graduated, scored her first points, then got waived with nobody to guide her through the transition. Chini Ogwumike said it bluntly: the game will force you to grow. Those that hesitate will get left behind. Rickea Jackson, one of the top rookies from 2024, gave this advice: be a sponge. Take in nuggets from teammates and coaches. Do the little things in practice to get where you need to be. Practicing against veterans is terrifying because they expose every weakness immediately. But that's where growth happens. Rookies who isolate themselves, who think they can figure it out alone, wash out. The curve is too steep to climb solo. The final mistake kills long-term careers. Not protecting your health, Playing year-round destroys your body. Rookies who go overseas immediately after the WNBA season with no break are setting themselves up for injuries. Caitlin Clark played 85 games in one calendar year, counting college and her WNBA rookie season. Her legs were tired. Her three-point percentage in the playoffs showed it. The 2025 season exposed how brutal the grind has become. More games packed into the same timeline meant muscle injuries everywhere. Paige Buckers said she had to learn how to defend while fouling because professionals get away with contact that would never fly in college. Broadcasters caught 4 uncalled fouls on Clark in a single play. Diana Taurasi summed up the overseas toll perfectly. "I'm the best player in the world, and I have to go to a communist country to get paid like a capitalist." Players sacrifice their bodies, their families, and their mental health just to make a livable wage. Rookies who don't set boundaries end up injured, burned out, or both. Caitlin Clark's advice cuts through all the noise. Allow yourself some grace. You'll learn, catch on, and get comfortable. Have fun. It goes by so fast. She learned it the hard way. After starting 1-8, she led the Fever to a 9-5 finish in their last 14 games, made the playoffs for the first time since 2016, and became the first rookie on the All-WNBA first team since Candace Parker in 2008. The landscape is shifting. NIL money means college players aren't entering broke anymore. Unrivaled offers $250,000 average salaries, so players don't need to go overseas to survive. The new TV deal brings $200 million per year. The league expands to 18 teams by 2030. Franchise values jumped 180% in 1 year. But CBA negotiations are heating up. Players want the NBA's 50% revenue share instead of their current 20 to 25%. They wore "Pay us what you owe us" shirts at the All-Star game. The fight is far from over. The mistakes repeat every single year. Underestimating physicality, ignoring financial reality, getting overwhelmed by speed, crumbling mentally, expecting easy translation, going it alone, sacrificing health. The rookies who learn fast, who find mentors, who stay mentally strong, they become the future. The ones who resist get left behind. The WNBA doesn't wait for anyone to catch up.